Hello Gemini, welcome to Monarch Intuition, and today I'm going to be doing our August 2022 mid-monthly check-in reading for you. Sorry about my hair, I know I'm having a bad hair day. So anyway, if you're new to my channel, what I like to do is I like to pull one major arcana to see the energy and then clarify with a different deck. So what major arcana needs to come out for the sign of Gemini? What do we need to know for you? One more shuffle. Okay. Nope. Okay, that card wants to fall out. So we have the Star. So moving forward within your life right here, this represents your life being represented as a constellation, right? And so you're moving from one star to the next star. So I kind of feel like you're moving on to a new phase within your life right here. Or maybe you're having this transitionary period. Maybe you know that you've left one phase within your life and you can't see, the light at the end of the tunnel just yet. You're kind of in like this limbo state. You're moving from one place to another. Now, when we see the star, this does represent that we're on our purpose right here. We're following the straight and narrow path, right? We are moving forward even though we don't see anything clearly yet. So what do we need to know with this starlight energy for Gemini? Now, you have to understand that this star energy is represented by a fellow air sign, Aquarius, right? So Aquarius is the grand astrologer. So I do see that you are following the path within your life, the path that you're supposed to take, even if it doesn't feel like it. You're getting experiences, you're learning things that you never thought that you would need before. And maybe within the future, you will need those skills, those experiences, right? So what do we need to know for the sign of Gemini? What's going on for you? So I do see the star as also being kind of like blessings in disguise as well. So this deck does have reversals in it. So let me get you one more shuffle. Okay, those cards want to come out, so we'll take those. So I have the Ace of Pentacles, the Page of Wands in reverse, the Queen of Swords in reverse, and the Hermit in reversed. So I feel like you have a gift right here. All right, you have a gift of some sort of resource, some sort of talent, some skill. With the Page of Wands, you're trying to use this skill, this resource, whatever it is, in the wrong way. It's kind of like you're trying to weaponize this skill. But with the Queen of Swords and this Hermit in reverse, you're missing the point of having this. With this artwork right here, the Queen of Swords is kind of like doing a facepalm moment, and the Hermit is walking away from you. It's like you're completely missing the point of this. This could be a representation of like, you've never had money, and then all of a sudden you, like throughout your life, you've been, poor, like dirt poor, right? And finally you come into some money, and then you start having like this kind of arrogant attitude. You're like, oh, well, I'm too good for that. Oh, I'm too good for that. And the Queen of Swords is like, oh my gosh, you're missing the point of why you had to go through that. You're missing the point to understand what charity is, or you're missing the point to understand what, human suffering is and helping other people along in their spiritual way. Because a lot of people, when they make it in life, they start to become jerks with their money. They start to think that they're better than other people. And I'm kind of feeling like you're missing the point of whatever this is. I'm not saying to give your money away to people. That's not the point. But you have something. You've been blessed with something. You're moving away from old cycles within your life, but you're not gaining the enlightenment that you're supposed to have, okay? And it seems like it's very critical, and that's why you can't see the light at the end of the tunnel yet. And the universe doesn't want you to have to repeat a cycle on the Wheel of Fortune. That's what's important to understand about these cards right here in the Revelations Tarot. A lot of the cards are very cyclical, right? So they kind of loop one another. So I kind of feel like the universe is saying, please learn this lesson. Please figure this out. So let's look at what this Ace of Pentacles is. What are you missing? I'm not saying that you are being haughty. I'm just using that as an example of what is going on right here. Or maybe you're going to complete a cycle and then you're going to miss the entire enlightenment phase of why you had to go through that, okay? Maybe you're starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel, and maybe this is like a warning of saying, look deeper, like have that hanged man perspective. So what do we need to know for the sign of Gemini? Let's look at this Ace of Pentacles for you. We have the Nine of Cups, so you're receiving a wish right here. And the Ace of Swords. Yeah, you have an ace, so double clarification of an ace. So you have some sort of intelligence, some sort of like experience, some sort of money capabilities, money-making capabilities. It's a wish come true. So you are receiving something that's very, very beneficial for you. But it's like you're weaponizing it. It's like you're trying to... Sorry, I got tripped up over my words. You're trying to turn it against people. Like it's a status of power. But here's the thing, you're still a page. Seven of Swords, the Three of Cups. Seven of Swords and this Three of Cups energy. I have a really good example, but I don't really know if I should use it. It's like really dark. Should I use that as an example? The Sun. I should use it as an example. Okay, I'm going to use it as an example. So there are people who study, say, for instance, something called human intelligence, counterintelligence, right? And in order to get accepted into that program, it's very, very difficult. You have to go through a lot, right? Sometimes when people go through that program, they think that they're smarter than everyone. And they think that they have the upper hand in every situation. But here's the thing, pride comes before a fall. And so what I'm seeing right here is like, those people try to use it on people who are unsuspecting. There are a lot of people who are just unsuspecting who really don't give a shit about what you know or what you've been through in your life. And I kind of feel like it's like you're turning it against people who are just trying to live their lives and hoping that you can get away with something. Like you're trying to get away with this thing, have this power. And that's kind of like what those people do sometimes, is that they get kind of drunk off of their own power. And they try to use it on everyone, even on people who don't give a shit, like just want to live their lives. And that's the missing the enlightenment, the point of this situation. The point of you receiving this blessing is not to hurt other people, to not try to get one over on people, to not try to prove a point of something. It's for you. It's to make you happy. It's your goal. It's your dream right here. The Ace of Pentacles coming out. Yeah, the Queen of Swords with the Page of Pentacles. You're a page that was given this gift too. Here's the thing. Sometimes people's lives don't play out the way that they want them to, okay? So here's the thing. I kind of feel like you receive a wish, and it's ultimately what you truly desire. You're like, man, this is great right here. And in a way, it's kind of like you're hurting other people who don't deserve to be hurt. And, it can be something as simple as like, you finally meet the person of your life and you have this engagement ring, and then you're going around to your people or your friends who are single, and they're kind of sad, and you're like, oh well, that's a shame, you're showing off your ring. It's kind of like a symbol of authority, a symbol of status. But here's the thing, the universe can easily take that away from you, Gemini, and I feel like you have to understand that. Like, you're a page in a situation. Here's the thing, pages really don't deserve the gifts of the universe. They're seen as people who are special and have the capabilities of holding on to them, but the universe can easily take it away from you. That's what I'm seeing right here, is do not get drunk on power. Hermit energy, Chariot, Queen of Cups. Yeah, you're given this because of your ability to see things from a more humane perspective. You have to come off with motherly energy, okay? You're not supposed to use whatever this is to hurt other people. You're supposed to use this as a sweet, nurturing way to help people and to help yourself, okay? Whatever this gift is, that counterintelligence thing, that's for you. You wanted to do it. It's your job. It's your goal. It's your career. It's your purpose. It's your destiny, right? I'm just saying that, using it as an example. No, everyone's not going to do that. However, I'm just saying that's some people's goal, but their goal is not to use it on just everyday people. Like, what's the point? Why are you doing that? Like, with this right here, you're supposed to use it to help you along and still be a sweet, nurturing person, and to help other people, to help them along with their lives, especially with people who are your friends, who have been there for you since, the beginning, to help them move forward. Maybe you're supposed to be using your powers to help them, to protect them. It's kind of like, that dirt poor analogy. It's like, you finally made it out. Why are you going to, scoff your nose at people who stars didn't align for them? Maybe you actually lucked out on something. And now it's kind of like, oh, well, I'm better than these people. Well, you're not. If you lucked out on a situation, it can be easily taken away. And that's what the universe wants you to understand. That's the enlightenment right here, is to be very grateful for whatever you receive. It's a blessing. It's great. You have the Nine of Cups with the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles coming out. It's a blessing for you. But you cannot use this to hurt other people. It's supposed to be a motherly, nurturing energy to give victory, to be like, kind of like a savior in a way. to save other people, to use your intellect, this gift, to be like the chariot, to give an ultimate victory to others. And that's why the universe is saving you, is helping you, because it sees that you have a good heart, Gemini, but you cannot be overly domineering, okay? That's what the Hermit is showing you. With this new situation right here, I know I pulled the Sun card to give me clarity if I wanted to do it, but we do have the Sun card coming out. Do not come from an egotistical perspective. You have to understand that everything in the Sun card will eventually come to an end too. The white horse does symbolize death, all right? The child is riding on the white horse, symbolizing the life cycle. The sun will come to an end. The flowers in the background will die. Like, this victory for you can easily be manipulated into a wrong situation. So let's look at this. Why are you being gifted with this energy, Gemini? Why are you in control of this? King of Pentacles, the Hermit, and the Two of Swords. Here's the thing. The King of Pentacles comes from a very, very logical perspective. The King of Pentacles pulls from Aquarian energy, right? So Aquarian energy does represent a, what's the word I'm looking for? Higher intellect, higher thought process. And that's what Taurus is. It represents, I have this higher thought process to delve deep into money, to make more money for myself. So it's kind of like, you know how to turn 1 pentacle into 2 pentacles, into 4 pentacles, into 8 pentacles. You know the properties of magic and how to advance yourself monetarily. You know the properties and ways to improve a financial situation. It's like, even if you don't have enough money right now, it's like you've always figured out a way. You've always had the universe on your side. Maybe you've been dirt poor, but you've never like been hungry for 2 weeks at a time, kind of thing. Maybe, there's always been, the universe coming and stepping and blessing you, helping you out, even if it was like finding $5 on the ground or $1, whatever you needed at that right time. Sometimes people don't even have that luxury, Gemini. And it's like, you can't even see it, that you have your own intellect, that the universe blessing you. Like, you can turn, and because you have this ability to think with both sides of your brain, with like both twins, bouncing the ideas back and forth. It's kind of like, seeing things from every angle. You're able to peer into a higher in-depth consciousness right here on how to make more money, or how to have more blessings, or how to be more financially fulfilled for yourself. Maybe you don't even see that about yourself, but that's why the universe has chosen you for this, is because you're supposed to be the King of Pentacles. And here's the thing about the King of Pentacles. He helps his kingdom. It represents, yes, he is the king. He represents someone sitting on the throne in this luxuriousness. But here's the thing. He does help people become intelligent. He is supposed to have like the most intelligent, the most beautiful kingdom out of all of the other kingdoms, out of all of the other kings, because he pays attention to beauty and opulence and wanting people to be intelligent and smart and have nice things. So he's kind of like the king that has, the really nice public library with the really nice computers inside of it, or the really nice, theaters outside. He's someone who takes care of like the social community around him, but also still maintaining control. 9 of Swords, yeah. This represents your energy. You know how I said bouncing ideas back and forth? This can represent anxiety, but here's the thing, Gemini. It's kind of like also a gift for you. Whenever I see this card being pulled in a Gemini reading, it's your base energy. You have to learn how to deal with it, because it is ultimately a gift. That's not your base energy. The base energy is 8. This is the secondary energy, the 9 and the 10. It's breaking free from the 8 and saying, okay, I'm not going around in circles anymore, but I want to see everything from all these different perspectives. And it's causing you a lot of anxiety. You're seeing things from different points of views right here. So let's continue. So the universe is saying that you are the one who can maintain order, who can have the nice things, who can still take care of other people, who the universe is trying to bless you. It's not saying that you're going to ever be out of money, but don't use this as a symbol of authority to hold on to this, to betray other people, to hurt other people right here. You have the Judgment card, you have the Death card, and you have the 10 of Wands, because here's the thing. It is easier for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle than it is for a rich man to enter through the gates of heaven. You have to understand that about there. Rich people, when they finally make it, they become, those types of people. With this judgment on this world energy, you don't want to be the person who's like the other rich people being cast off into the lake of fire, right? It mentions that in the Bible. A lot of rich people or Pharisees or whatever, these high elite people being cast into the lake of fire. And they're like, well, I worked for it. It's like, but God didn't see your work as being, decent, good works from the heart. Saw it as you being forced to do something, right? It could be like, you know, a billionaire having to pay taxes and then saying, well, I pay so much in taxes, I don't want to help these poor kids out for Christmas. Like, okay, Scrooge. Like with this death card energy is everyone has to meet their maker. You know, that sun card, everything has to, you know, eventually fall away and die. You will be called to judgment eventually, Gemini. That's the thing. And you don't want to have all these, you know, sins, transgressions, these things holding you down right here. You shouldn't be using this as a status to bring other people down. You should be using it as a status to uplift other people, to show them the light, to show them, you know, the path to enlightenment, to come out of their graves. Because that's ultimately what you will be judged upon. The universe is giving you this gift, right? And the universe is not saying it's taking it away from you. The universe will let you wallow in your sin with this Ten of Wands. So, you know how I said the universe gives and the universe takes away, or the Lord giveth, the Lord taketh away? I don't see that the Lord takes it away from you. I see that it mounts in kind of like a record. Every time you do something wrong, every time it's just another wand in the fire, another thing that you could get burned upon in the end. So it's kind of like saving karma until the last moment. It's a very deep reading for you, Gemini. Anyway, so you have free will. Some people always say that, you know, if I was to win the lottery, I would help other people. And then, you know, they win the lottery and they're like, oh, get away from me. I don't know you. Like, that's the kind of energy. And, you know, you have to be smart with your money. It's not saying to give it to everyone, but, you know, some people decide not to help other people when they have, you know, fortuitous events. Or they want to use this new skill, this new thing that they know to hurt other people. So, Halloween Oracle, we have Ghost, Regret, Lady de los Muertos, Acceptance, and Equality. Yeah, you don't want to be regretful for anything on this earth, Gemini. You don't want to be looking at the pearly gates or wondering why you can't get in, and it's like, well, here you go. With this Lady de los Muertos, Acceptance, and Equality, understand that, you know, everyone's different. And you got to treat everyone equally. All right? Sometimes you don't like certain people, the way they act, who they are, but, you know, the world is made up of different types of people. And, you know, rebelliousness generally stems from being unhappy. Poverty produces the most crime. You have to treat everyone as a blank slate, Gemini, and say, okay, I understand why they're being rebellious. I understand why they're being this way, whatever. But I'm still going to try to help them, to try to equalize the scales. And, you know, coming out of, you know, a rebellious mind, Jezebel spirit, whatever, takes time. Sometimes people give up on them in the first couple of weeks. They're like, oh, they're not changing. It takes time. But you still coming from that place of love, still trying to help people right here, you know, that's the acceptance, that's the equality, that's what you'll be judged upon. Let's look at your Which is Familiar Oracle cards. This could be you just getting everything that you desire all at once. And then, you know, you living this really nice life, and then you're holding it above other people's heads. The universe isn't going to take it away from you, but it will judge you at the end of it. And that's what the universe wants you to know right now. Kind of like, you know, Ebenezer Scrooge kind of thing. Hair, transformation, B, community. Yeah, transforming the community that's around you, trying to help other people. You know, a lot of people don't want to live in a community that's filled with poverty or crime or whatever it is. Some people need help. Maybe you're the only person who can within your own community. Even when people try to be rude to you and shun you and like, oh, you're weird or whatever, like, no, still try to help people. Like, because just because these people don't like you doesn't mean someone else isn't looking for your help. Okay, some people would just be absolutely happy to have you. Okay? Some people will view you as the person who helped them get out of something. You know, that's what's important, is if you can change at least one person's life on this planet, then you know it was worth living, right? You have Ground, you have Nature Gems. I'm going to get you one card because everyone pulled those. You have Hello, Void. Yeah, Ground Down, Nature Gems. Kind of feel like what you sow on this earth is what you reap. So you better sow a lot of good seeds. Every seed, because the ground, planting the seeds into the ground with these nature gems, these seeds, you're planting seeds in people right here. And Hello Void does kind of represent the transformation between life and death, going into the void. So you better plant good seeds in a lot of different people's lives with this amazing gift that the universe is giving you. You don't want the universe and the Queen of Wands or the Queen of Swords to just kind of look down and be like, oh my gosh, they don't understand the point of enlightenment. Maybe you have like, very heavily placed Pisces placement. Pisces placements are supposed to be, if we look at it from more like a Vedic situation or from a more spiritual situation, Pisces are supposed to be like the last life of ascension. So you have to find enlightenment on the last life, or you just repeat everything again. So that's kind of what I'm seeing for you, is this could be a heavily placed Pisces person. You could be. And this is the last chance to receive enlightenment. Or maybe you just need to receive the enlightenment or help other people and become very enlightened very quickly. With this sunlight energy, it's saying you need to be enlightened fast. Maybe you are. Maybe you're feeling like, well, it's not worth it. No, it is. Maybe this is the confirmation. Maybe you're feeling like lackluster. Maybe you do really good work in your community. You're thinking, is it really worth it? Is it worth helping other people? Am I doing the right thing? Maybe I should just focus on myself. No, you're planting seeds. You might not see the seeds grow. That's the thing. You might not. But you planted them, right? You have travel and you have manifestation. Your manifestation of whatever this is, I feel like you manifested it for yourself. This travel energy is, I do see that you're moving very quickly from one place to another. Maybe you're moving very quickly through this constellation of your life. You could be actually traveling from one place to another. Let's look at that. We have the Seven of Scepters. No, I don't feel like you're actually being traveling right here, because it's saying with the Seven of Scepters, you're being blocked off to this movement energy. But it does see that you have something moving towards you, potentially. Let's look at that. What's the Seven of Scepters? The Eight of Knives. Okay, that's weird. This was on the bottom of the deck. Let's look at that. Queen of Knives. Seven of Scepters, Eight of Knives, Queen of Knives. Let me shuffle this real quick. On this travel energy, so you could be traveling forward, but it's saying that you're blocked. Let people come towards you. Your manifestations are coming towards you with the Queen of Scepters. That's what that is. Hold on. Drop this card on the ground. Hold on. I'm old. I just had my birthday. I'm not really that old. I just turned 29, so I feel much older. So with the Seven of Scepters, Eight of Knives, Queen of Knives, the movement out towards other people is not happening, but the movement towards you. So that's kind of what I'm seeing for you, is that maybe you don't need to go out and help out other people and just, try to engage with them. Allow other people to come to you. That's what the Queen of Cups is, and that's what the King of Pentacles are. They allow people to come towards them. And when people come towards them, they help them out. However, they don't just reach out and help other people. They do give people the best of what they can give them. They try to give them a nice community, a nice place to live, a nice social setting. However, when push comes to shove, other people come towards them. So you're not traveling towards other people, they're traveling towards you. So manifestation is, maybe that's what you've always wanted within your life. You're just like, I'm tired of going out and helping others. I wish that they could just come towards me. Well, here you go. So we have word, fate. Wow, that's uncertainty, unknown consequences, acceptance, and trust. The unknowable and fate. Huh. Unknown consequences. All of your seeds being sown. Acceptance, accepting that you are helping people. Trust the universe. The unknowable. Fate. Two of Cups. The Daughter of Scepters. The Devil. Connecting this Page of Wands to the Devil. Understanding that you have to overcome the devil's power right here. Remember that Page of Wands in reversed energy that I was talking about earlier, that first card that you pulled, or the second card? Not going into temptation, not turning this power around towards other people. Because you are receiving something, it's meant for you. However, you cannot just use it against others. You will be judged for that if you do so. So you're safe on this earth, but how you use this gift, your ability right here, is the consequence, all right? You don't know the consequences. All you know is that if you do something wrong, and you're greedy and you use your power to hurt others and you do whatever it is, then in the end you pay for that, like at the judgment call. August, protection, courage, help from others, and good decision making. I feel like you're protected very well in this life, Gemini. Protected from a lot of karma, I kind of feel like. So you really need to focus on trying to balance out that karma for, the next phase. I feel like that's what your whole life is right here. So anyway, Gemini, it's kind of a weird reading. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you later.